All right, so this is going to be a little bit different because I'm actually inviting somebody to record with me. So we're going to try it over Zoom and see if it's a disaster or not. But the point is to talk about teamwork. So Rogers and I were platooning. This match went really well because of good teamwork. So even though it's long, I mean, went almost the whole 15 minutes. We're going to talk about why we made certain decisions, why we were in certain locations in the map, what our thought process was as we carried at the end. And then we'll see, what we can all learn from it. And also, share some tidbits about modern mode and modern mode on Proc, which is an older map where it can be really challenging because of True Vision. So here we go.
All right, so you can see the top left corner, we're going to do a little bit of dual video stuff with Rogers, who's here. Say hello, Rogers.
Hey, guys.
So this is not Rogers, who's next to me. I'm trying to get to the one line, and I help him turn here. That's how I would like to view that interaction.
Pit maneuver.
It was, right? Well, he wanted to go left, so we helped him. So we want to do 1-2 line, and the reason we want to do it is this is the Cold War mode. So this is an original map, right? It's not really built for True Vision, which means you can see people all the way across the map, and in Cold War mode, shoot them. And you'll see a lot of shells flying our way. So I take a little bit of the higher side. This is admittedly a little dangerous, but Rogers, you were going like 1-2 line. That was a great shot, by the way.
Yeah, I'm kind of playing it hesitant here because you always have these people. You don't really know what your team's doing in this corner until you really see if they're going to camp or push forward.
Yeah, and you can see them now. The first time I watched this, I saw the blue guy, and I was like, team killers, and I realized you have colorblind mode. So
yeah, actually no, it's just the generic default mode.
It is? Oh, that's right. I forgot the colors are terrible, and I'm using old school. So this person is not good at the game. Please don't do this. This is really bad. Now, we're both in the M46. The thing you'll find about the M46 is that it has really good gun depression, and the tracks and the turret can bounce way more than you think they have any right to. The shots are already coming in from the hill, right? So this is what I was saying. You got to be really careful about. Yeah. If you pull up too much, you just get shredded. And you can see you over here.
Yeah, while Izzy is abusing True Vision, I'm over there still trying to get people to bait out or just dance between the fire and not get shot myself.
Yeah, and I mean, I've heard people say, like Cold War mode can be really campy. It absolutely can. I find matches, for the most part, do take longer. You'll still have some like 5-minute wonder matches where your team folds like a house of cards on a windy day, but for the most part, because of True Vision, people are being more cautious, especially on the old maps. So this is the thing. Everybody on the hill can see us and shoot us, and we can see them and shoot them, but you do not want to start losing hit points this early on. So now I notice at this point you come up more towards the area I'm in. Were you going to try and get some shots over here too, or like what do you generally do? Let's say like I wasn't in the match. Is this a pattern you usually do?
Yeah, it seemed like there was really nothing going on. We weren't really making a big push down this one line, and it's just let's change things up. Where we were, I think I had one shot in this first 3 minutes of the game. So if you're sitting somewhere for 3 minutes, you're not getting shots or anything. You got to move.
Yeah. And I think this is a really good example, though, of it's still pretty close. I mean, we're down 3. It's early on, and they're down 2. Things haven't fallen apart yet. I noticed that our guys finally start moving up a little bit, though, and we have some targets available on the 1-2 line. We're losing the hill, so at this point, I think we both agreed, hey, we got to start moving up, because if the hill gets lost, then we just have people shooting, into our side and our rear, and we can't do anything about it. So, moving up into the next bowl. There's no artillery in this mode. That makes it way easier to be aggressive here.
Oh yeah, so here is some bad gameplay. So here we're gonna see me poke this ridge, and I'm gonna just take the easy RBRT auto aim shot. In a second here. Yeah, I'm gonna look over it. Again, True Vision, you gotta make sure your left is covered. I'm gonna come up here and just take the easy, quick shot. And heck yeah, no, it misses. All right. So then I come up and I'm like, all right, lesson learned. I'm gonna aim in, and for all my trouble, I get a track.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So the next time I'm like, you know what? Aiming wasn't worth it. I'm just gonna,
World
gonna
of
pin.
Tanks, folks. Yeah.
World of Tanks.
I actually have an RBRT later on that makes up for my first shot in the game that was trash. So we lost the hill completely now, which is why we're moving over. And you notice again, like we really are sticking together. The whole match was orchestrated conversation because now we're starting to lose more tanks significantly.
Yeah, I
We
think
need
it
to get
gets
into
to
it.
a
Yeah.
critical mass here at 6 to 9, and yeah, this is where I started to think, yeah, this game's lost.
Oh yeah, so we need to get into a more defensible area. And again, there's no artillery, so you actually can have tank battles rather than worrying about, getting shot. So this guy's camping back here, and I do RBRT and miss, which is great. That shot hit me, but you're gonna see me do something I do a lot in these tanks. The tracks eat, like look, he hits me in the side with auto aim, but the tracks eat it. So
And I love this. Here I come in and I save the day, just
Yeah.
so I can make Izzy waste the last shell.
I like that. It was a heat shell too, and I only have 7 left, so it's good. The pen on the 90's not too bad though. So, and this was earlier in the week. It was before people had the newer tech. That was it. That was the RBRT shot that never should have hit. It just made
Yeah.
up for both of our misses. And then that shot went through him and did nothing. So,
This guy annoyed me right here. I
Well, he's-
could not hit this guy.
the M46 again has great gun depression, but this was the challenge. Now we're running out of people quite significantly. It's down to 4 of us. So, this is good positioning where you are. That guy, yeah. Do you hit him? I forget. No,
I don't. But here this is again just abusing True Vision, well, to a certain extent, because he is lit. But I moved off of the guy behind the bridge just in case it hit a bridge column, and I went to find the guy who was sitting the most, sideways, the biggest target.
Yeah, and even though he fades out, he doesn't disappear, so you can keep shooting him. Now they kind of sat on the hill. I think they were going to try and abuse True Vision. This is where their team really could have just collapsed and let us have it. But again, this is the whole point of this: is these people they're not necessarily in platoons and they're not able to communicate. So you'll see us take advantage of that. And this other guy who's alive, he was in 3rd place. He did a really good job. And where he was, we were able to cover him, as you'll see, quite well. Eventually, he does get taken out. Rest in peace. But this is definitely the campiest part of the game here, and I don't really think you would see this in World War II mode. But
So now it's just about leading shots as these guys make a desperate charge across an open field, which is ill-advised.
It is, but they also look and say, "Oh, well, it's 5-3," but then they make the mistake of, "Oh, I like that shot too."
I
Yeah,
hate
auto
that.
lock.
That and the food jump when you auto lock and they lose, you lose vision, your gun just goes back to normal.
Yeah,
I
that's
hate
good.
that. I make up for it here though.
Yeah, so taking guns out of the game is critical. You still have a lot of hit points. I do
It'll
too.
come into play later.
Yeah, well, I lose more of my hit points, but that guy definitely jigged when I thought he was gonna not. But this position is so utterly defensible with these tanks. Now this guy, he doesn't see me. I actually do play optics in this mode because it, again, it increases my my spotting range. And even though people think, well, with True Vision it doesn't matter, well, it does, because then it lights them up for your team too, and that's kind of important. This is a great one. I don't know what just happened there. And then this shot just, who knows? So then I get shot again because of that. But aim for the top left, and you'll usually pen even with AP. So now we've almost evened the odds, right? So you're still in your position providing Overwatch for the most part, and half the match is gone, and it's now 3-2, and I have no idea where anybody is.
Yeah, this is about the time where it's time to make a cocktail.
Yeah, right now, a little bit of aged rum. I think this is great too. That was not a kill shot, but it's just nothing. So this guy, he's going to be a problem. So at this point, we're hesitant to leave because we don't know where the other ones are, even though Rogers is flexing.
Yeah. And this is a point where if they had cooperated, they probably could have taken us. 3-on-2, might not be able to win that.
Well, especially when you see how many hit points two of them have, I think you're right. I mean, even just straight out DPMing, they would have had us. So I thought the guy was going to come around to do an aggressive play and then be able to hide behind houses. I know he was one shot, but he doesn't. So we kind of waste a little bit of time here and never really see anyone. I have no idea where the other two are. It's been so long since they've been spotted last that we don't even know. So we're definitely waffling a little bit, but now it's that stage where you're like, we don't want to ruin it. If we carry it, this will be great for our team, and if not, shame. So we leave. We decide to push out, staying behind the hill to see if we could find that guy. And then my initial thought was really to go all the way around and flank. We had 5 minutes left, but you'll see how that works out. Now, did you have the upgraded engine at this point, or was it only me?
God, I think I might have been bear stock at this point. This was pretty early in the mode.
It's not a bad tank bear stock. I mean, the upgraded gun is a little bit faster firing, and yeah, see, I definitely, I mean, I miss him, but I was surprised he didn't shoot at me. And then we both miss him. This guy kind of got lucky, but we're not going to miss from here. He doesn't shoot. I don't really understand. He just lost the will to live, poor little guy. So we don't want to get stuck over here now, though, because we really don't know where they are. So we actually decide we are going to go back in that corner again because we have such good hold down capability and, you know, Overwatch. And plus we can see the hill if they're camping there with True Vision.
And this is another key point. So at this point, again, when you're in a platoon, be aware of your teammates' hit points, because at this point I knew he had 400. I knew that I had more than that.
Yeah.
Because then we encountered this guy. Yeah.
I don't know where that shot went either.
And so then I realized I've got more damage to absorb, so I want to take the lead on this. I'm going to charge him and hope he focuses me. So it's a 2-on-1 with him focusing at the one of us with the highest hit points.
Yeah, and man, these guns, 2 of these 90s shooting at you, you're really SOL. It shoots so fast. So that could have gone bad, but you know, focus fire, let the guy with more hit points take the lead. Be aware of your team. If, you know, you can only have 3 on the platoon, so I think everybody watching this is intelligent enough to keep track of at least the health of their fellow platoon mates, and it does make a big difference. So 3 minutes left. I kind of think it's still the guy that's over there. I couldn't remember if the guy we just killed was the same, but you know, we're covering a large area with what we're spotting here, and I mean, we don't see anybody. So I start driving to you, and this is where I said, look, I'll rabbit. You stay 1 hill behind me. Let's finish this, because I don't want to draw. I'm not coming this far.
Yeah. So this here is all about timing. You know, crest each hill at the same time, but far enough behind each other.
And you know, anything late game is a risk, right? Like, we don't know where he is. He could have a position where he honestly could have shredded us if he was higher up, but at some point you just have to decide, do you want to hide and not scratch your paint, or do you want to play the game that's all about blowing tanks up? And we made the decision to go for the explosions. So, but there's no YOLO here. This is planned. And then I get spotted, and I'll give the guy credit. He hits me, so he was ready. But your shot really set the tone there, because now he's not a 2-shot, but he's very close. I like the bounce too. It's like, great.
Yeah.
So now it's like, okay, I'm like close to 1 shot. We have to be more careful, but this is a great hill because he knows you're there. He's not going to push up. So I use that to be a little more aggressive and literally just try and bait him and spot where you catch up. And, you know, we both together have enough hit points that, unless this guy got really lucky with an ammo rack, I think you can figure out how it's going to work out.
Yeah, we wouldn't show this video if we both died at the end.
No. Well, I've showed 3 more videos where the team loses. It's just salty tears, but yeah, and this is it. Just boom. So
yeah,
I mean,
that was lazy RBRT, but I had a shot to give.
well, it's all right. So again, this was all about teamwork. There's a lot of chatting. I don't record with the voice chat in the game. I guess I probably could, but it also wouldn't really help. I'd probably override it with voiceover anyway. Dark Diamond did a great job. He was left with us in the end. The position he had, we were doing the best we could to support him. I think if he actually was in our voice comms, we could have kept him alive, and I think it would have been the three of us living till the end. So this is what it is. I think in Cold War mode, teamwork's even more important because True Vision, you really need to focus fire, and it doesn't matter if someone's spotted or not. So that's the bear.
All right.
You know,
Thanks for having me.
Rock on.
Long time listener, first time caller. I enjoyed it.
All right. Well, thank you.